Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So great to see so many representatives from all the clubs here with us today. Welcome to the House of European Football in Nyon, Switzerland for the UEFA Champions League quarter-final and semi-final draw. You know, the round of 16 came to a thrilling conclusion on Wednesday after a month of action that kept all of us on the edge of our seats, with so many different emotions being felt that only UEFA's top competition can provide. The first tickets to the quarterfinals were punched last week, of course, by Benfica and Chelsea, the Portuguese side beating Bruges home and away, whilst the Londoners overturned a one-goal deficit against Borussia Dortmund. The following night, Bayern Munich qualified for the quarterfinals after a victory against Paris Saint-Germain, and Milan advanced by the slimmest of margins thanks to a goal by Brahim Diaz in the first leg. After 6 days to catch our breath, Erling Haaland quickly took it away with that 5-goal performance to propel Manchester City into this round. Milan will have 2 teams represented in this draw, thanks to Internazionale, who advanced at the expense of Porto. The final 2 places were secured by Real Madrid and newcomers Napoli, who eliminated last season's Europa League champions Eintracht Frankfurt to make the quarterfinals for the first time in their history. The final path will be laid out for these 8 clubs momentarily as we gently approach the final on the 10th of June in Istanbul, where only one club, of course, will be able to lift this famous trophy at the Atatürk Olympic Stadium. Let's take a closer look at this year's quarterfinalists and also this year's host city. Some great images there from the competition. More to come already in the next phase in the quarterfinals. But the question that we all want answered, of course, is who's going to play who? That's what we'll find out very soon. I'd now like to invite on stage the UEFA Deputy General Secretary, Giorgio Marchetti, who will lead us through the proceedings. Welcome, Giorgio.
Thank you, Pedro. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So the first dominoes in the world's greatest club competition fell last June when the preliminary round tournament kicked off. Since, fans across the globe have followed a thrilling path full of emotions and surprises for the past 8 months, as the field has been narrowed down to the best 8 clubs in Europe. Another unforgettable season is unfolding in front of our eyes. We've seen history, like Lionel Messi becoming the first player to score in 18 consecutive Champions League seasons. We've seen sensational performances like Erling Haaland's 5-goal night earlier this week. We've seen clubs reach new levels of success, like Serie A Standard Bearers Napoli making the quarterfinals for the first time, and of course, moments of euphoria, heartbreak, and everything in between. What does this great competition have in store for us next? We will soon find it out, but it all begins with the next domino to fall, today's draw. And first, to help us with this task is arguably one of Turkey's greatest players ever.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Hamit Altintop. Hamit, welcome.
Hi.
Great to see you once more. First of all, you can come to my left if you don't mind.
Sorry.
Thank you. First of all, I think it'd be fair to say that I speak for all of the European football family when we say that the thoughts are with Turkey, also with Syria, of course, as you continue to recover from that terrible earthquake. I wanted to talk to you about this competition and your experience in this competition. Obviously, you played the 2010 final with Bayern Munich, so you know about the mentality that you need in order to reach the final stages. What is at stake, and how do you deal with it to make sure that you're ready for it?
First of all, hi, and nice again on the stage. I'm enjoying to be the drawer by the Champions League. On behalf, first, for my country, Turkey, and my people, I would like say thank you to UEFA and to European communities for the support and the solidarity. The recovery will take a long time. Keep your support, please. And if you come to your question, it is a knockout round. I think you have to prepare really well, and end of the day, mentality, experience, and to be on the top on the right time will win.
We had a chance actually to see each other in Istanbul recently, and I know about the excitement that exists there, obviously in the countdown to the final. Tell us how things are going. I saw also some beautiful images of the Champions League final bowl, obviously that's also being used in the competition, but it's some iconic places around the city, so the build-up is there.
Yeah, we are preparing since 3 years. I think we are already ready for the final, and I think it will be a great experience, not only during the game, I think before and after, with our values, with our friendly people and historical places, and especially food. It will be a great experience in Istanbul.
I understand we're close to lunchtime, so you wanted to mention food. Hamit, thanks a lot. Today you're not going to be alone here just with Georgia. We have another football icon, curiously who you never played against, but was playing at more or less the same time that you were, a Dutch legend who's about to join us now. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is on stage, Patrick Kluivert.
How you doing?
Patrick,
Good.
great to see you.
How you doing?
Welcome.
You good? Good, yeah. Stay.
You know, when I look back at those images we just saw, I think back also to my youth, because I was 20 years old when you scored in the final. But you were younger, and you were actually the youngest player to score a winning goal in a UEFA Champions League final. Take us back, okay, about how you felt, what it meant about the team, and also how that goal took your breath away, right?
Well, for sure that the goal. Sorry, hello everybody. For sure, the goal took my breath away. I think in that time we were a very young team. We're a balanced team, playing against the big AC Milan. We played them 3 times in the group. Actually, 2 big gentlemen of AC Milan who I was playing with against Daniele Massaro and Franco Baresi.
They're here as well.
Were on that team, and it was fantastic. Really enjoyed, but I was very young, so it was quite new for me. And I was very happy with the end, of course. And to be the youngest goal scorer in the Champions League, winning, it's a very nice experience for me.
I'm not going to put pressure on you and ask you to pick who's going to win, okay? I wouldn't do that to you, of course. I will not. I will not. But I will ask you to say so far who's impressed you or surprised you the most?
Well, first of all the teams that are qualified for the quarterfinal, they deserved it, I think. But if I really need to pick one club, I think it's Napoli. Napoli, that they're doing a very good thing in the league, and they just get their experience more in the Champions League, and I think that they opened my eyes.
Okay, well, we're getting close. You're getting ready to help us with the draw, as well as Hamid. Giorgio will be leading it, so I'll hand it over to you, okay? Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you, Pedro.
So, as we are getting nearly ready, just a quick reminder that this is a completely open draw. We have no country protection, no seeded teams, and no special conditions. So the 8 bowls containing the names of the quarterfinalists are all placed in this bowl, from which they will be picked by Hamid and Patrick, one after the other. The first team drawn plays its first match at home against the second team drawn. The same procedure is then repeated for the other quarterfinals. Now, one important thing to know is that AC Milan and FC Internazionale Milano, who both share the same stadium for home matches, cannot play at home on the same night, nor within 24 hours. So, should both clubs be drawn with the same sequence, a reversal will be needed. And in this case, in compliance with our long-standing principles, AC Milan, being the domestic champion, will maintain the order of the draw, while the match involving Internazionale will be reversed irrespective of the opponents of either club and whatever the order of the draw. The fixture list for the quarterfinals will be available after the draw by the end of the afternoon. We are now really ready. Let's read the list of these great 8 teams. We start with the FC Bayern München, SL Benfica, Chelsea FC, FC Internazionale Milano, Manchester City FC, AC Milan, SSC Napoli, and Real Madrid CF. Everything is ready. The world is waiting. You know, the fans are at the top of excitement. Hamid, Patrick, you go. This is your job. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the first team drawn
Real Madrid.
is the title holder of the season, Real Madrid. First team drawn. Played exactly 300 matches from group stage to final in this competition. It's the first club reaching this landmark. And let's see if what is the pathway for Carlo Ancelotti to try to win his fifth.
Chelsea.
Chelsea. So Real Madrid will face in this quarter-final Chelsea FC, twice winners Chelsea. They won 9 of their last 11 UEFA Champions League matches at Stamford Bridge, and they are in the quarter-finals for the 3rd successive season. Let's move on to the second pairing.
FC Internazionale Milano.
It starts with FC Internazionale, 3-time winners. Internazionale, and the last club from Italy to lift the trophy. Inter has won their last 3 home matches without conceding a goal.
Benfica.
Internazionale will play against Benfica. Now, to confirm the order of these matches, as we announced, we have to wait for the draw of AC Milan and see if they are drawn with the same order or not. So let's go ahead, and we see Internazionale versus Benfica. Benfica has scored from the beginning of the season, including the preliminary round, 35 goals.
Manchester City FC.
Then we have Manchester City. Manchester City FC, finalists of 2021. And still unbeaten in this Champions League season. Led and powered by Erling Haaland. He's only the third player to score 5 goals in a match.
FC Bayern Munich.
And Manchester City will face FC Bayern. So FC Bayern Munich is the opponent, 6-time winners, Bayern. This is no doubt another great tie. It's a team which conceded the fewest goals this season, only 2, and won all the 8 matches.
AC Milan.
So AC Milan is now drawn, and they are drawn as a home team. This means that we will reverse the tie of Inter with Benfica.
SSC Napoli.
And Milan, of course, will play a Serie A derby in Champions League against Napoli. So Milan versus Napoli is the last quarter-final. We have not completed our job yet, as we need to go ahead and draw the pairings of the quarter-finals, of the semi-finals. This will be another integral draw among the 4 teams which qualify from the quarter-finals, which are indicated as winners of quarter-finals 1 to quarter-final 4. Again, the club drawn first will play the first leg at home. And with this, I invite now our friends, starting with Hamid, to shuffle the balls and to start delivering us the 2 semi-finals. Let's see who will play in which semi-final.
Winners of the quarterfinals 4.
Winners of quarter-finals 4 is the first team drawn for the semi-final 1. This is either Milan or Napoli. The second semi-finalist will be coming from this quarter-final.
The winner of quarter-final 2.
The winners of quarter-final 2 will be either Internazionale or Benfica. This makes it possible for another Italian derby in the semi-finals, of course, with the 3 Italian teams being all there. And the second semi-final, we know who will play. We need to see which order these matches will have. The home team will be the winners of this semi-final, this quarter-final.
Winners of quarterfinal 1.
Quarter-final 1, so either Real Madrid or Chelsea hosting the first leg.
Winners of quarter-final 3.
And again, obviously, this is the remaining quarter-finalists. So the winners of Real Madrid-Chelsea will face off the winners of Manchester City versus Bayern. So we have almost accomplished the job. We just need one small draw to establish who will be named as the home team. Obviously, home team for purely organizational reasons in the final. So we will now draw the winners of the 2 semi-finals in order to decide who will be displayed as the first team in the final.
The winners of semi-final 2.
So the winners of the semi-final 2, which includes Real Madrid, Chelsea, Manchester City, and Bayern Munich, will be named first in the final against, we just need to see the slip of paper, but we know already.
Winners of semi-final 1.
Semi-final 1, so the second team named will be one in this 4, Milan or Napoli or Inter or Benfica. With this, we have understood and known everything about the pathway which will lead us to Istanbul on the 10th of June, and I'm happy to give the floor back to Pedro.
Yeah, well done, gentlemen. Exciting stuff. We've had a hat trick of draws completed. Let's go back a little bit to the first one, to the quarterfinals, because that's where the certainties are. We'll have Real Madrid taking on Chelsea, Inter facing Benfica, and like Giorgio mentioned, the first leg will take place in Lisbon. Correct, Giorgio? Then Manchester City playing Bayern Munich and AC Milan facing Napoli. That's the situation in the quarterfinals. Now, as far as the calendar is concerned and this round, the first legs are on the 11th and 12th of April, with the return leg scheduled for the following week on the 18th and 19th of April. Then moving on to the semi-finals, they're also obviously already known, the dates. They'll take place on the 9th and 10th of May, first legs, 16th and 17th of May for the second legs. And of course, you know this, for a while now, the final is scheduled for the 10th of June at the Atatürk Olympic Stadium in Istanbul. That'll do it for us here in Nyon for this draw. I'd like to thank Hamid, Patrick, and of course, Giorgio. Great to have you all here. Great to have all the clubs here. We're ready for the next stages of the UEFA Champions League. See you very soon. And of course, we'll see you as well in Istanbul for the final. Take care.